Algernon's October with the check-in with Hip Hop United. Our next guest is a descendant of the first black brick mason in the state of Georgia and responsible for building Morehouse and Spelman colleges. So it makes sense that he's basically made it his mission to build bridges that connect culture and technology by ensuring that underserved communities have access to high-speed internet that allows them to log into their dreams. Welcome, Bam, to the show. I must make sure we say it right. William Bam Sparks to the show. How you doing, King?
Man, I'm doing good, man. Appreciate you.
Good, man. We're definitely happy to have you in here. I've had a chance to look at your IG. I've heard a lot about you. Listen, let's jump right in.
Okay.
Culture Wireless, man. How did this idea come about? Tell us what you're doing and what you got coming up.
So 4 years ago, we decided to start an ISP. I was at Morris Brown College, and I saw that the fastest internet in the city was in Vine City, but it wasn't servicing Vine City. It wasn't serving the AUC. It was going back towards Georgia Tech and Mercedes-Benz, Buckhead downtown. So I just decided right then at that moment, I called my business partner, Al, who developed all of the fiber optics at the Hartsfield-Jackson. And from that point, we just decided to create our own ISP.
That's what we're talking about. Shout out to the other Als in the world right now, man. Als are always good people. They're always good people. Yes, now, how do you feel Atlanta is going to kind of lead the AI revolution for the community?
I mean, I think what we can do to change it is to add more workforce and skilled training to people to understand AI and where it's going. I just had a conversation the other day talking about the creative space, and that was with Brandon from Butter ATL.
Shout out to Butter ATL.
Talking about how we can get our creators more involved with all these new different tools and skill people up just so we won't be left behind.
Got you. Now, of course, you are also the co-founder of the Trap Music Museum, a place that has become a landmark where people come together and do what they do. And it's definitely a prime destination spot that people have to come to when they visit the A or whatever. How did that come together, especially you kind of coming from technology? I know you got some music roots. Talk about that.
Well, at the time, I was co-managing TI with my cousin, Dina, and a couple other people. And I was also creative director for his album, Dime Trap. And it was just a idea that we came up with to help basically launch the album. We did 3 things on October 4th, which was launch Trap Music Museum. We did the season finale of The Grand Hustle, and we launched the album. We came out, did a huge album release party at the museum. So it took us about 6 to 8 months to develop the concept. Tip purchased the building May of 2018, and we launched October 4th, 2018. So it was just a collective of all of us coming up with pretty dope ideas to show the track record and the history of trap music, and that's what we came up with.
That's what's up. Now, outside of it being Libra season, and my brethren and all of that, was it something special about that specific date?
No, it was that was just a date the label picked, to be honest, and it just aligned with when we were doing the season finale with the show. So it was like, why not? Let's just do one big night. And it created a viral moment on social media.
Yeah, I love the Trap Music Museum. Every time I go there, I always get pumped up. And of course, I always get new pictures. Even though I've got a ton of pictures already, I always get more pictures because there's always more exhibits and everything going on there. So I truly love that place. It's one of my favorite spots to go to in ATL. Now, for someone who isn't familiar with your product in terms of, Culture Wireless, what makes it different from the other traditional internet carriers that are out there?
Well, we're mainly focused on community and serving the underserved and unserved communities. So none of the big 3, none of the other MVNOs, ISPs are focused on that. And that's the problem. That's why there is a digital redlining, because the majors didn't really focus on areas where people can afford it. And in major cities with a lot of density, there might be availability, but there's no affordability, if that makes sense.
No, I got you. Now, what's been some of the biggest challenges you've kind of faced in terms of kind of getting something like that set up, especially partnerships, funding, technology in itself can be a problem and different things, infrastructures. Talk to me about some of the challenges and how you've been able to overcome them.
The major challenge is funding. Technology's there. Everything's there. Partnerships are there. It's funding. It's hard as a black tech founder to receive capital. I went through an accelerator about 1.5 years ago with A16Z called TXO, and it was 16 weeks. It was basically going through startup school. We did a huge demo day, received $100,000, but out of that, we were able to develop certain partnerships, one with T-Mobile and other companies, but the funding wasn't there. So we decided to do a raise through equity crowdfunding. So we launched our capital raise on WeFunder on Juneteenth. And so far we've raised about 120,000. Wow. And we have other commitments, other people that want to come on board for about, 300,000-400,000. But our goal is to reach $1 million.
Okay. And with that particular capital, obviously you're going to need more, but with that capital, what is that going to enable you to do?
Well, that allows us to launch our MVNO. So that's a mobile virtual network operator. So we become similar to like a Mint Mobile or Metro PCS. So we're able to use T-Mobile's network to provide services for people in underserved communities.
Okay, and obviously this is going way beyond just Atlanta. Tell me about your plans for other cities and if you've got some things already going in some other major cities or cities in general.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to launch in LA, Chicago, New York, Miami. We'll be everywhere. We'll be national, but we want to focus on those urban communities, cities, large cities with large urban communities first, and then expand out. So, for instance, in LA, we just did Destination Crenshaw. So we were able to provide free internet access for about 2 miles in the community. I'll be back up there for Thanksgiving to do a turkey drive and provide free internet for those people in the community, partnering with Marathon and other foundations. In Detroit, we're going to do a huge launch there around, Michigan Central Station. It's a 30-mile radius. We'll be providing free internet access there. Art Basel, we're doing some huge activations.
Oh.
Yeah. So we're going to do some switch parties, getting people excited, doing our beta testing to get the first, say, 5,000 to 10,000 customers on our system before we do our huge launch in the spring.
All right. FIFA, coming up, big thing. How is your company going to be a part of that? How are you going to kind of integrate yourself into that huge event coming to the city of Atlanta?
Yeah, well, one, I was actually just talking to some people that work with the city of Atlanta about how we can provide internet access on the Beltline. So we won the RFP maybe 3 years ago. So we're the official ISP for the Beltline. So we're going to take certain things that we're doing in LA, certain things that we're doing in Detroit and bring it here to provide that access for people that are visiting, but also try and get as close as possible to the arena. So in LA, because we have access to that dark fiber and what we're doing in Crenshaw, we can expand it all the way out in the Inglewood going towards the SoFi Stadium. So we want to do the exact same thing here in Atlanta.
Nice. Yeah.
Now,
how do you kind of balance business growth with also continuing to stay rooted in the community, which seems to be your main focus?
Just always focusing on impact. I feel as if, one, there's a huge divide, and especially in our community. So what I want to do is bring that education, bring that workforce, and just provide access to people that wouldn't normally get it. We launched a Workforce Career Center right here on the west side maybe 2 or 3 months ago, and we're going to train people how to run fiber, how to work on towers. Oh, nice. All those things, man. I think that's how we can maintain growing and scaling the business, by providing access to those people so they can come back in these neighborhoods, but also creating impact because it's almost like an economic development play.
Yeah. Now, if somebody wants to contribute, how would they be able to do that? Because that way, because literally you guys are making a way to where people can contribute and own, the internet access that they're using at the same time, which I think is very unique. Talk about that.
Yeah, it's all about ownership. So what we want to do, and we're actually about to run a new campaign, I want people to invest at least $100 to $150. Not only will you own a portion of Culture Wireless and get equity, but we're also going to offer you a phone service once we're ready to roll everything out. So who actually owns their own phone service? Nobody. You might be with AT&T, T-Mobile, Verizon, but you don't own a piece of them.
Right.
You've been paying them for the last 30 years, but you don't get anything back. We want to promote ownership in our community. Wow,
that's amazing. I do like that. Now, what advice do you give future entrepreneurs about mastering the pivot?
Ooh, oh man, we got an hour or two.
Take your time, sir.
Yeah, so just mastering the pivot, man. Just never be holding yourself to one specific thing. You always got to keep your mind open and be ready to make adjustments. So you and I were talking earlier about how I went to Georgia Tech. I was a chemical engineering major. I never thought that I would be in entertainment.
Boy, did you pivot?
Yeah, it was overnight, but you just got to have faith at the end of the day, and you have to be willing to learn and I can't remember that old saying about being a master of none and whatever that saying is, but there is a way that you can be dangerous enough in everything to where you can pivot, make money, make those adjustments, and build your network.
All right. Now, outside of tech and telecommunications and fundraising and impacting the community, what are some things you're getting into outside of that? What do you do when you log off, man?
I don't log off. That's the funny part. I stay focused, man, on the grind. Even like we were just talking about World Cup, it's not just about telecommunications. You know, I still have my agency. I still help people as far as how do you create concepts? How do you build these different initiatives, whether it's affordable housing, where you start talking about real estate. Like, I'm into so many things. You know, I try to make it all make sense and come back to one thing, which is impact for the community.
Why is that so important for you?
Because I'm from that, man. I got it out the mud. So, you know, it's funny. I had this shirt on today. I'm a product of my environment, but, you know, I like to be authentically me. I don't like to code switch and do certain things. I want people to know that you can be from the hood and take it from 0 to 1 billion. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Now, what does success look like for Culture Wireless? And what is your, say, 5-year plan of where you want to see your product offering at?
In 5 years, we would have sold our MVNO business for maybe $2 to $3 billion. And we would have scaled our ISP side of the business to where we're global, you know, looking at how can we be a part of an acquisition of Digicel or something like that. I want to grow it and scale it outside of the U.S. and maybe even take it to Africa.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
Did you want to get more into AI as it relates to telecommunications?
Well, actually, it's funny you say that. I'm actually going to work with Georgia Tech on a pitch competition with T-Mobile. They're doing a AI telecommunications contest in June, but you have to submit by the end of next month to be a part of it. And I'm going to take a couple Georgia Tech students to try and figure out how we can do it. And maybe even going over to the AUC as well, pull over some Morehouse and Spelman students too.
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, if you could tell people where they can contribute in terms of where they can find the product and everything as well. And of course, where they can find you so we can continue following everything that you're doing.
Yeah, WeFunded.com/Culture Wireless. You can follow us at Culture Wireless on Instagram, Facebook. My Instagram tag is @Bambisky. So yeah, just find us, look us up, invest, do what you can.
All right, good, man. Well, listen, we definitely appreciate everything that you're bringing to the culture. I'm very excited to see exactly what you guys are going to be doing. I'll be looking for you during FIFA and, of course, Georgia Tech and everything beyond in terms of that as well. William Bam Sparks, you and Culture Wireless have officially been checked in with Hip Hop United. Let's go.
Appreciate it.